Okay, pay attention. This is what I'm talking about. You've probably had this experience. Let's say you sit at your desk and you try to complete a task, whether it be studying, reading, or completing a complicated mental task of any kind. And let's say, for example, you're doing this at your computer that you also play video games at and that you also watch porn at. You're going to find that it's very likely that you're going to get super distracted. You're going to get distracted by one of the colorful icons on your screen, or your neural pathways are going to send you down a very familiar habitual folder opening pattern to get you to your video game folder or to your porn folder. And then you're going to find yourself very, very distracted from the work that you originally had set out to do. Or maybe it's not even on your drive. Maybe every time you open up a tab to get some work done, like check your emails or to open up OneNote, maybe you also open up a YouTube tab and you start watching something that you don't care about instead of doing the work that you wanted to do. I've had the same problem. I've been there. Like I've been the worst of the worst when it comes to falling for high dopamine. I've been the worst of the worst when it comes to falling for high dopamine traps, not doing the work I was supposed to do, not doing my homework, and just playing. Either opening up Steam, playing video games, or opening up YouTube, watching a YouTube video instead. When I was trying to take entrepreneurial action when I graduated high school, there's several things that were holding me back from success. In no particular order, I would stay up terribly late. I would wake up really late in the day, like really late, like 3 p.m. And I would immediately watch YouTube on my phone for an hour before getting out of bed. And you are doing the math right. I would start my day at 4 p.m. I would start my day at 4 p.m. and I wanted to be an entrepreneur. um, you can imagine that waking up at around 4 p.m., like it was a very distracting and hectic environment to be waking up into. So like my mom would be cooking dinner and she would be cooking it loudly. My siblings would be getting home from work. My friends were logging onto Discord and messaging me to come play video games. You can imagine I didn't exactly have the most productive time when I would sit at my computer to get work done on the business I was trying to create. After an hour of YouTube and probably masturbating once and the twice, and doing this all in the evening, like it didn't really make any sense. It was a terrible, it was a really flawed way of doing it all. The flawed paradigm is that we tend to believe that we can just tell ourselves what to do, and that we believe that we can command ourselves to do a list of tasks without distraction. But anybody who's tried that knows that that's not exactly true. We only believe that we can command ourselves to do things until we actually sit at our computer to do the work. And what we actually do is watch 3 or 4 YouTube videos and then play video games. So why is this? Why does this happen? I don't know. It doesn't really matter why though, but here's what the advice slash replacement paradigm is. And here's the new paradigm. Here's the new paradigm. This is the best way I've ever heard this concept explained. I learned it from a Hamza video like a year or two ago. It's called brain points. When you wake up, you have a particular amount of brain points, and for simplicity, we're going to call it 100 brain points. Doing any activity uses brain points, whether it's a fun activity or it's a mentally challenging activity or a mentally difficult activity. And you only have so many points. So let's just say you wake up with 100 brain points and you immediately watch YouTube on your phone before getting out of bed. Okay, boom, 30 brain points are gone. Say you sit at your computer and you open up Reddit and you start reading something that you don't care about. Boom, 20 brain points are gone. You've lost half of your cognitive ability and you haven't even taken a shit yet. Let's say you do like 5 minutes of work and then you open up a YouTube tab. You watch a 20-minute YouTube video about how good of a game Fallout New Vegas is. 15 brain points gone. Here's the prescription. What are you supposed to do about this if you're caught in this loop? Here's what you need to do instead. Aggressively protect your brain points for the most important work that you do. Not the most urgent, the most important. Those are different. What that looks like is waking up at an hour where there is nobody there to distract you. This is why getting up early is an advantage. The world is asleep. Nobody will come to your room at 6 a.m. and ask you anything. Nobody will call you at 6 a.m. Okay? Get right out of your bed. Do not look at your phone. Immediately sit at your computer and start your deepest, most important thought work. Do not do anything else until the do not do anything else until the work that you set out to do is complete. Do not open a second tab. Do not check your phone. Do not check your emails. This is a practice. You have to get good at it. And if you've never done it before, expect to be bad at it. Will you be able to focus for 3 hours right away? Probably not. Maybe 30 minutes. But 30 minutes is a really good start, especially if you've never done it before. You're going to start with 30 minutes. You're going to realize just how much work you can actually get done in 30 minutes if you get into a flow state right away. And the more and more you do it, the longer you're going to be able to do it for. 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. And when you are good at it, it's going to be very empowering for you to be able to get all of your work done immediately when you wake up. You're going to feel very free when you're able to be done with your mental workload before 10 a.m. every day. Good luck and get to it.